I would give the new Pepsi commercial Live It Abhi a clear thumbs down. From my perspective, the whole commercial is a little fake and it's trying very, very hard. The whole proposition of pressure in the bottle while the soft drink is being made and equating it to a pressure in the person's life seems quite unnecessary. As a viewer, I'm wondering, why are they telling me all this? What's the connect? Finally, it's a soft drink. You drink it to quench thirst, to chill out, to relax, and that's where they should have left it.
My verdict for the new Pepsi TVC with Virat Kohli is a firm thumbs up. Though, giving a thumbs up to a Pepsi commercial sounds a little funny. But here's why I think it works. I think one, it incorporates the key product attributes. Colas are always fizzy and under pressure. So I think that's perfectly good. The other part, I guess, is the timing is right. Virat Kohli has been going through a rough patch. So, really having him come through the rough patch makes good sense. And thirdly, I think it communicates that emotional connect with the audience very well. It builds a nice, strong emotional connect. So that's why that works for me.
For me, the new Pepsi commercial is a thumbs down. While the subject is topical, that Virat Kohli is a guy under pressure right now, what I'm not getting is what is the relevance of that with Pepsi? Is it that Pepsi is bottled under a lot of pressure and therefore has more fizz? Is it that people under pressure can have Pepsi? I'm not sure what the message is, what the relevance of this whole communication is.
The new Pepsi advertisement for me, regrettably, is a thumbs down. Pepsi advertising has always stood for a spirit. It's always stood for youth. It stood for passion. It stood for spirit. And this is the first time I'm seeing a Pepsi commercial which is talking about Pepsi. It's talking about what goes into a Pepsi, what comes out of a Pepsi. Fizz, pressure. Why are they doing that? I have no idea. But for one, of course, it will add pressure to Virat. When Virat performs under pressure, what will it say about Pepsi? And if Virat does not perform under pressure, what does it say about Pepsi?
Pepsi's Live It Abhi campaign from my side is a thumbs up. I think the choice of Virat Kohli as a brand ambassador is very appropriate. He's cricket's poster boy and, the it person in what is the largest and most popular sport in this country. Also, he has the right chutzpah, the right attitude. He's young, he's aggressive, he's athletic, he's achieved at the world stage, and he has a lot of sort of potential and several years to go ahead of him. However, he's also currently under pressure. And he's not been scoring runs in the last 8 months or so. So obviously he needs to prove himself again. And I think it's a good example of the way Pepsi, the brand, is produced under pressure, which is the carbonation. And when the brand is open or when the bottle is open, the pressure is released, and that is what delivers the entire product experience.
My verdict on pressure is good from Pepsi is a thumbs up. Though I would say if it was a rating on scale, I'd probably give it a 7. I think they've tried to explain it a little bit too much and you don't feel as much of the joy. But on the whole, the idea is good and links well with Pepsi. So well done.
My verdict on the Pepsi campaign is a thumbs down. Personally, I didn't find it really engaging. I thought in the middle of all the festivities right now, what is an ad talking about pressure and the whole feeling about is India in too much of pressure, are people in too much of pressure? Well, I think the economy and the mood in the country is not at all that. It's very buoyant. It's in a festive time period. This is not a time that you go out and talk about an ad which really looks very negative, and the thinking is too lost, I found, and then I don't know what the commercial was trying to do.
My verdict on the Pepsi new commercial, Live It Abhi, is a thumbs down. I think the spot starts by trying to capture the mood of the youth and then veers somewhere towards philosophy, leaves me half-cocked. Really didn't get the attempt.
My verdict on Pepsi's latest campaign, Live It Abhi, is thumbs down. The reason being, while the idea is really nice of taking pressure positively and delivering, where it lacks is a good script which can bring it out nicely and proper execution. So execution and script, these two things are bringing it or pulling it down.
It's a thumbs down for me, simply because of the fact that Pepsi has delivered much better commercial in the past. A, it was a bit unrealistic in terms of the setting, looked very artificial. B, I think Virat Kohli being used at this juncture wasn't the right moment for true Indian consumers because he's not in true form.